Why heart attacks are suddenly claiming young lives. For the longest time, heart ailments were problems we associated with older people, those above the age of 60.
Yeah, so this was a national study that looked at heart attack deaths starting in 2020, and it showed heart attack deaths were up for all age groups, but the biggest spike was among young adults.
In the past 5 years, heart attacks in people under 40 have surged by an alarming 20%. Once considered a health crisis of the elderly, heart attacks are now creeping into the lives of younger individuals. They are striking without warning, leaving families devastated and doctors scrambling for answers. But why is this happening? How are seemingly fit and healthy young adults falling victim to what was once thought of as an old person's disease? The reasons behind this terrifying rise are more complex than you might imagine, with a deadly combination of lifestyle changes, hidden health conditions, and external pressures working together to create a perfect storm. What's worse is that many of the causes are within our control, meaning that some of these tragic deaths might have been preventable. Let's dig into the shocking truth behind why young people are dying from heart attacks, and, more importantly, what can be done to stop this deadly trend. The alarming shift in heart attack demographics. Just a decade ago, heart disease was overwhelmingly seen as an issue for people in their 50s, 60s, and beyond. Yet, according to recent studies, the number of heart attacks in people between the ages of 20 and 40 has been steadily rising. In the US alone, heart disease is now the leading cause of death for men and women alike, with an increasing share of these victims being younger adults. The statistics are truly alarming. 1 in 5 heart attack victims today is under the age of 40. A combination of factors is to blame, but one thing is clear. This shift in demographics is no accident. It's the result of significant changes in our lifestyles, environments, and mental health, all converging to create an epidemic of heart disease among young people. To fully understand the gravity of the situation, we need to dive deeper into these contributing factors. The modern lifestyle, a silent killer, number 1. Sedentary behavior. One of the most obvious culprits is the way we live our lives. More than ever, young people are leading sedentary lifestyles, whether it's sitting at a desk for hours on end, binge-watching shows, or spending hours glued to their smartphones. According to the World Health Organization, WHO, physical inactivity is one of the leading risk factors for global mortality, contributing to nearly 3.2 million deaths annually, and this includes heart attacks. When you sit for prolonged periods, your blood flow slows, and your heart isn't getting the regular workout it needs to stay strong. Over time, this weakens the heart muscle, leading to increased plaque buildup in the arteries, and, eventually, heart attacks. Number 2. Poor dietary choices. The rise in fast food, processed meals, and sugary snacks has also played a significant role. Today's diet is loaded with unhealthy fats, added sugars, and excessive salt, all of which contribute to the development of conditions like obesity, high blood pressure, and high cholesterol. These conditions are key risk factors for heart disease and heart attacks. For example, trans fats, commonly found in processed foods, raise your bad cholesterol, LDL, while lowering your good cholesterol, HDL, a dangerous combination that leads to clogged arteries. Meanwhile, excess salt consumption raises blood pressure, increasing the strain on your heart. A diet high in refined carbohydrates and sugary drinks causes insulin resistance, leading to type 2 diabetes, another major contributor to heart disease. All of these factors work together to create a toxic environment for the heart, and unfortunately, many young people are unaware of the long-term damage they're doing to their bodies. Number 3. Smoking and vaping. Smoking has long been known as a leading cause of heart disease, but the recent rise in vaping among young people is adding a new layer of concern. According to the American Heart Association, both smoking and vaping increase the risk of heart disease by constricting blood vessels, raising blood pressure, and damaging the heart muscle. Nicotine, whether inhaled from a cigarette or a vape pen, triggers the release of adrenaline, which raises your heart rate and blood pressure. Over time, this constant strain on your heart can lead to heart attacks, even in young, otherwise healthy individuals. Stress. The deadly burden. Stress has always been a factor in heart disease, but today's young people are facing unprecedented levels of chronic stress. Whether it's pressure to perform in school or at work, social media anxiety, or financial struggles, stress is a constant companion for many. According to the American Psychological Association, Millennials and Gen Z report the highest levels of stress compared to any other generation. When you're stressed, your body goes into fight or flight mode, releasing a surge of hormones like adrenaline and cortisol. While this is a natural response to short-term stress, chronic stress keeps your body in this heightened state for long periods, raising your blood pressure, causing inflammation in your blood vessels, and leading to long-term damage to your cardiovascular system. Chronic stress has been directly linked to heart disease and heart attacks, and for many young people, the demands of modern life make it difficult to find relief from this relentless pressure. Substance abuse and heart health. Number 1. Alcohol consumption. Alcohol, when consumed in excess, is another major contributor to the rise in heart attacks among young people. Binge drinking, in particular, is extremely harmful to heart health. Heavy alcohol consumption raises blood pressure, increases cholesterol levels, and weakens the heart muscle over time, leading to conditions like cardiomyopathy, which can result in heart failure or sudden cardiac arrest. The liver also suffers, which can further compound the issue by affecting the body's ability to process fats and sugars, creating an even greater risk of cardiovascular disease. Number 2. Recreational drug use. Recreational drug use, especially stimulants like cocaine and amphetamines, can cause sudden cardiac arrest in young people. These drugs increase heart rate, blood pressure, and the risk of arrhythmias, which can lead to a heart attack even after a single use. The rise in drug use among younger adults has contributed to the spike in heart attacks, with many underestimating the long-term effects of occasional use. The role of mental health. Mental health disorders, such as depression and anxiety, are increasingly being recognized as significant contributors to heart disease. According to the American Heart Association, people who suffer from depression are at a higher risk of developing heart disease and dying from a heart attack. This is due to a combination of factors, including the fact that people with mental health issues are more likely to smoke, eat poorly, and avoid physical activity. Additionally, depression itself can cause physical changes in the body, such as increased inflammation and changes in heart rate, that raise the risk of cardiovascular events. Genetic predisposition. The hidden risk. While lifestyle factors play a significant role, genetics also cannot be ignored. For some young people, heart disease runs in the family, and they may be genetically predisposed to conditions like high cholesterol, high blood pressure, or even structural heart problems. Familial hypercholesterolemia, a genetic disorder that causes extremely high cholesterol levels, is one such condition that significantly increases the risk of heart attacks at a young age. However, many young people are unaware of their genetic risk, and without regular health screenings, these conditions often go undiagnosed until it's too late. This is why understanding your family's medical history and getting regular checkups are critical steps in preventing heart disease. Prevention. Steps to protect your heart. Number 1. Stay active. Engaging in regular physical activity is one of the most effective ways to reduce your risk of heart disease. Aim for at least 150 minutes of moderate intensity exercise per week. Activities like walking, swimming, or cycling can improve your cardiovascular health and help manage your weight. Number 2. Eat a heart-healthy diet. Focus on whole foods, including fruits, vegetables, lean proteins, and healthy fats like those found in olive oil and fish. Limit your intake of processed foods, sugary drinks, and snacks high in salt or unhealthy fats. Incorporating foods rich in omega-3 fatty acids, such as salmon, flax seeds, and walnuts, can help reduce inflammation and protect your heart. Number 3. Manage stress. Stress management is essential for maintaining heart health. Whether it's through mindfulness, yoga, or simply taking time to relax, finding ways to cope with stress can reduce its impact on your cardiovascular system. Make sure to take breaks from work and prioritize activities that bring you joy. Number 4. Get enough sleep. Sleep is vital for your heart's health. Aim for 7 to 9 hours of quality sleep each night. Poor sleep can raise your blood pressure and increase the risk of heart disease. Create a bedtime routine, avoid screens before bed, and ensure your sleep environment is restful. Number 5. Avoid smoking and limit alcohol. Quitting smoking and reducing alcohol consumption are two of the most effective steps you can take to protect your heart. Smoking damages your blood vessels and increases the risk of heart disease, while heavy drinking weakens your heart muscle and raises blood pressure. Cutting back on alcohol and quitting smoking or vaping will drastically lower your risk of heart attacks and improve your overall heart health. Number 6. Regular health checkups. Even if you feel healthy, regular checkups with your doctor are crucial, especially if you have a family history of heart disease. Monitoring your blood pressure, cholesterol levels, and blood sugar can catch early warning signs of heart disease before it becomes life-threatening. Make sure to have honest discussions with your healthcare provider about your lifestyle and any symptoms you might experience. Number 7. Mental health awareness. Taking care of your mental health is just as important as your physical health. Seek professional help if you're experiencing chronic stress, anxiety, or depression. Managing these conditions not only improves your mental well-being, but also reduces the harmful effects they can have on your heart. The rise in heart attacks among young people is a wake-up call for us all. As the reasons behind this troubling trend become clearer, so too do the steps we need to take to protect ourselves and our loved ones. From adopting healthier lifestyles to managing stress and getting regular checkups, we have the power to make changes that could save lives. Don't wait until it's too late. Start prioritizing your heart health today. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell to stay updated on more important topics like this one. Stay safe and take care of your heart.